This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
By listening to a verse written by a renowned Tamil poet. The entire month of Margazhi is going to be filled with some soothing musical delights. Singara Chennai is being draped by the colourful season of Margazhi, and Chennaites are lapping it up. We'll of course be bringing to you every day a small glimpse of the festive spirit. A very good evening to you and welcome to Headlines Now with me, Ashmit Kumar. Hope you're having a ball this Margazhi, but a lot else is making news in Singara Chennai. Let's take a look. No scams during my watch, says the former telecom minister Arun Shourie. Hits out at tainted Raja for not following the first come first serve policy.
The point is not that Raja followed the first come first serve principle as he is saying. He did not follow any principle.
The Justice versus Judiciary spat, Justice Raghupati reiterates his position, claims to have followed judicial conduct.
Do you think I am scared or confused? Never been.
Rural prison Chennai's Alcatraz is embarrassed again. First ganja, then murders, and now a prisoner escape. High security gone for a toss. NDTV Hindu comes to the rescue of a supposedly overqualified graduate. In an impact development, graduate gets an appointment letter. Catch the stars over a cuppa of a cuppa this season of Margazhi. This winter, tune into the musical delights. Canine friends are in for a treat. Get your furry darlings the best with the finest dermatologists in the city. Let's also have a look at developments from across the country. Sources tell NDTV the Congress is likely to ask the government to probe the RSS terror links in a resolution in its plenary session. Sources say the Congress has decided to change the phrase Hindu terror to right-wing terror. Sharad Pawar tells NDTV while it's necessary sometimes to tap phones in national interest, it's definitely wrong to do it on an indefinite period. India has never hesitated to emphasize its concern over China's presence in POK. Foreign Secretary Nirupama Rao tells NDTV as Beijing considers new projects in there. Well, DMK man Raja has been at the receiving end from all quarters now. The former telecom minister has become the favourite punching bag of the political community. And the latest to take a dig at the tainted politician has been Rajya Sabha MP and the telecom minister during the NDA regime from 2001 to 2004. That's Arun Shourie. After the Supreme Court's directive to extend the scope of CBI investigations till 2001, Arun Shourie was seen breathing fire as he lashed out at A. Raja. He slammed Raja for failing to conform to any protocols. Arun Shourie launched into a full frontal assault and charged Raja with using political muscle to sideline many contenders in the fray for securing licenses. Meanwhile, in this fiery outburst against Raja, he also fended off any and all allegations of corruption in the telecom ministry during his tenure.
The point is not that Raja followed the first come first served principle as he is saying. He did not follow any principle. I was very proud of the fact, that a sector which had got a bad name for several years, which was mired in litigation in which each of the operators had cases against other operators and against government, I was able to persuade them to withdraw all cases against each other and against government. We cleaned up the system. I was told that in two things, these wrong things used to be done. For instance, in tenders of BSNL, MTNL, etc. And I ensured that no tender file will ever come to a minister's office, ever. And no file came.
Well, meanwhile, in the other Raja saga, even after the former CJI Balakrishnan's smart wordplay in declaring that Raja's name was not on Justice Gokhale's report, Justice Raghupati has yet again reiterated that he did mention A. Raja in his letter to the then Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Justice Gokhale. He confirmed that Raja had attempted to influence him on the phone line. While the former Chief Justice of India, Balakrishnan, had denied this, Justice Gokhale had made an explosive disclosure by revealing that the report submitted by him to the CJI had Raja's name on it.
I was always maintaining and adopting judicial code of conduct all these days. Now you are looking me. Right. Do you think I am scared or confused? Right. So never been. So if you people are scared or confused, that is why I told you. I am senior advocate, Supreme Court. I am willing to help you. Come to me. Right. I never even asked for security from from anybody. Right. I am freely moving around. I am just like an ordinary citizen.
Well, let's talk Prison Break now. And no, not the popular TV series. Inmates of jails are in news for all the wrong reasons. Name any crime and it's prevalent in the jail, be it murder or trading or ganja or using of mobile phones within the jail premises. The criminals have done it all. Topping all of these is the escape of 25-year-old Karthik, a murder suspect. While the police is claiming to be clueless, our crime reporter Salim explores why the walls of the jails are not high enough.
Pural, from where Karthik escaped, has 3 buildings in the 200-acre facility. The first is for remand prisoners, the second is for convicts, and the third building for women prisoners. Nearly 3,000 prisoners can easily be locked up here safely. Karthik, accused of murdering a couple and fleeing with their jewels, was under trial here. How did he make the great escape?
From the facts and circumstances of the case, which I verified, and then I feel it is definitely the negligence of the prison staff. They owe a responsibility to the society. You can't allow people to escape.
In the wake of the escape, Raja, the officer in charge, has been suspended. And the top brass has also ordered an inquiry against 3 prison officials. Authorities say the hunt is on.
No, that is being handled by the police department. We are giving complaint to the police department. And police department actually is on the lookout for rearresting the prisoner. We just, some support systems to that way.
This may be the first time that a prisoner escaped from Pural, but the walls have not been free of illegal activities. Look at the past history. On 2nd August 2008, Grade 2 warder Solomon was arrested by the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption on charges of taking bribe in exchange for providing some facilities to a Sri Lankan national involved in a fake passport case. On 10th June 2009, notorious criminal Welding Kumar was attacked and killed by fellow inmates. In the wake of the murder, the Tamil Nadu government shunted out R. Nadraj as DGP Prisons and posted him as Director Fire and Rescue Services. On the 26th of September this year, 53-year-old Kupan, who was serving a life sentence for murdering his wife, committed suicide by hanging. When Pural became operational in 2006, it was touted as a maximum security prison. But the easy escape has set alarm bells ringing. Sources say that the electrical fence surrounding the prison was not operational when the prisoner escaped, pointing a finger to inside help. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
Now, the supposedly overqualified graduate finally has reason to celebrate. NDTV Hindu comes to his aid. Find out how in just a short while.